Okay, so I hate to admit this, but I got scammed on this one. Good morning everyone, we're starting my last day in Bucharest in this restaurant. It looks a little bit fancy, check this out around, it's pretty interesting. But I ordered a meal, I have no idea what it is, and the waiter recommended it to me, so we'll see if that's good or not. I think it's gonna be good, but the first item I want to order, he warned me before I ordered it, and he said the one below might be better. The first one had brain, so yeah. Anyway, we'll try this out, and today's the day for the weekly review. As you guys are getting ready on this either Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure when this video is going to be ready, but you need to be able to do your weekly review properly. Here's how I do mine, and we'll get back to the meal right after. Alright guys, so weekly review, let's get to it right away. So open your chart, take on your notebook, your pen, your paper, or you just don't, doesn't really matter to me. I want to go through the pairs that I follow every single week, and it's been the same thing as last week, but I especially want to focus on this week on what happened last week. I said in last week's video that this was really kind of a super week. We had a bunch of good setup, and I didn't really was able to take all of them because of the cold I had and stuff. I was not top notch in my trading for sure, but I want to go back, and this is going to be kind of a good review for me to go back on a trade I missed. So AUD CAD, we'll forget this one for now because we talked about it last week. It's at this level here, 0.97, but we already pushed back up, which means we don't have much option here to do something interesting. Although if you're to be a day trader, you might want to trade the trend on this, because it might go back up to the 1.0 level, which is where you could look for buying setup, okay? But again, with the Montreal band, rarely are the trades going to happen in a trend, because you can actually trade those bullish setup in an uptrend. They're not going to come back to the Montreal band lower bands. That can be tougher. But if you want to trade reversals, then you have to wait to the other level, which is a 1.0 level. There's not much to do here unless you go on a really low time frame. Like the 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart might be a good place to look for trades, but I'm not really into that too much, so I won't do anything on that. AUD-JPY, and let me get on a weekly chart. So we have been pushing here. This is also a pair that kind of has done its move so far, and we have to wait for the next level because this level here is kind of done. We've been all the way to 84.5, a intermediary resistance area here. But we already had the move and we had, I think, no setup. Okay, let me just check this out on the 1 hour chart. Nothing there. And here we had like just blah, no setup, which is not something we could trade. So I will have to unflag this one because there's not much to see now, and we are kind of ranging. Well, this is a low time frame chart, but even on the higher time frame, it's not too clear. So I will probably wait for price to go all the way to this level here, which is far. It's like 1,000 pip of difference. But that's kind of where we have an edge, and in between those levels we kind of have no edge, unless, let's say we were to break down of this area 82 and then come back up, retest the 82 level, and that's where we could look for selling opportunities, in my opinion. Okay, and that will be done again on the lower time frame, so the daily chart, the forward chart, and the 1 hour chart. AUD-ZD, on a weekly chart that looks quite messy. So what we see is that we have been coming here from the bottom, from like the 1.04 area or so, all the way to this area here, 1.08. We were looking for some selling opportunities, but as it seems, we had 2 weeks up, and we're getting a little bit high in the zone. Okay, so I'm less tempted to short on this pair because of the fact we've been pushing higher and higher without any setup on any time frame. Because if you look on the forward chart, yeah, you had no setup there, except. Yeah, and the 1 hour chart was pretty much the same thing, because no setup on this pair. I think I will watch it like once again because of the fact that we had kind of a bearish, move last week. Okay, we went from here 1.09 to 1.095 and then come back down. So interesting, but we have to go on lower time frame find setup on this pair. AUD-USD. We are still at the level, so we didn't do much in the past week. See, we've been at this level. We had this first big wick here 3 weeks ago, then the week after this one here. So still bearish, but kind of a bullish move into it also. And then the past week was this kind of stick here, so kind of an attempt to go upward, but no real push. And so we can look on the lower time frame, see what happened. We had no setup on the daily chart. We have nothing on the forward chart. And I think we might have had it set up here. Let me see. no setup here also. So that was kind of a failed move, but we can still look for opportunities because we're still at the zone. And we had this first push, so why not look for a continuation trade? Even though we retraced a little bit, I'm still gonna look at that pair closely this week. CAD CHF, well, we had a pretty big move on this. We talked about this trade earlier in other videos, of course. And now this is the second week in a bearish move. Nothing much to do now because this is trending. A very good place for trend traders, but for reversal traders, there's not much to do now because we're just trending and going downward. And we talked about this last week, about I think this setup. Why not take this bullish setup here? Basically, the answer is that this is against the resistance area we had here. Okay, 0.78, very strong level. If we go on the weekly chart, that's like a big level. Okay, so we don't want to take trades against this level for sure. If we're to buy here, that will be against the level and very likely to fail. And that's what we've seen pretty much on this trade here. It's pretty choppy, so I won't look at that too much, but I'll just wait till we see another level that's going to be clear. Maybe we'll go back up to this level, 0.78, or we'll see what happens with this. Okay, Euro AUD, a pair that I told you guys I didn't like the way it was looking, so we were consolidating for some time. This was a great opportunity for breakout trades. Okay, we look here and we've been kind of ranging, although the range is not too clear. But based on the way it looked, we had no setup on this on I think any time frame. The 4-hour chart, no. And the 1-hour chart, we had this setup here. But this is something I don't like to trade because of the fact that we have a big stop loss and kind of a limited take profit. See, I think if we were to take this, we would be maybe at 1.5 to 1 hour worth of risk, which is not that much for all this time. Okay, so I typically don't take the trade when we have to enter below, let's say, the middle band or higher than the middle band if we are to buy. And so that's just my rule for myself. This year we've been breaking down, so not much need to trade. We might need to wait for price to get to the 1.51 level. Good place to look for buying opportunities on this pair as a kind of pullback here in some sort. And hopefully that place will be more clear than the place we were at before, the 1.57. So I'm going to look for this one closely, but I'll unflag the pair for now. EuroCAD. Well, it's at a perfect level right now. That's what I like to see. Okay, we've been talking about this one earlier. We've been flagging it for some week. It's coming down to the 1.50 level. Very good round number. And so I'm going to look on setup on the lower time frame. See the daily chart, we had nothing yet. The forward chart, nothing yet either. And the 1-hour chart, we did have this kind of setup. No, that's not a good setup. Actually, I'll keep this one flagged for sure because I want to look at it. And it's going to be for the week for sure. Euro GBP, well, I said that I didn't like the way this pair is moving these days. Like went below, bounced a little bit, did nothing, blah, and then come back down. So not much to do here, and it's not very conducive. Like it's been just going back and forth, which I don't really like. It's going to create a lot of like stuffed out trades and comebacks and everything that we don't necessarily want to trade those, okay? So on the lower time frame here, it didn't do much. And I will actually kind of unflag this pair now because I see it's doing not much. And usually when it's doing not much, the trade I take tend to fail and they tend to not move properly. So there's kind of no need to watch for trades in that case. So we'll unflag this one. Euro GPY is at a major level. We talked about this one too. It's kind of an intermediate level, kind of. This 128 level. And let me put a rectangle. So we go on low time frame. I think we have nothing happening on this pair so far because we just reached this zone. And forward chart, no. 1-hour chart, nothing either. So we'll flag this one for this week. I'll take a look at this pair for sure. And that's about it for what to look for. Euro USD. So we talked about this one last week. I've showed you guys a trade I took, I think, in these videos earlier in the week. And the trade was a losing trade in the end, but we're reaching a major level. Keep in mind, this is kind of a very wide zone. Okay, so it's kind of a hassle to know when to enter, when to not enter, because of the fact that we might have multiple opportunities throughout the week or the next few weeks. And some of them might be good, some of them might be bad, or just not working out. So this first one, this would be like a first attempt. A little bit above the zone, but we never know. And we didn't just reach a stop loss pretty fast. That was a good trade, but not a profitable trade. And we just have to wait for more opportunities on the low time frame. So here we are close to the lower band. We almost had something here, but it didn't form. And it's not because the trade was a loser that the other ones were bad or are not going to be profitable. So that's why, in my opinion, you have to stick in the game and keep moving forward. Okay? So keep this one flagged for the week, in my opinion. GBP CAD is at the intermediate level. This one right here. 1.74, I think is this one. Yeah, something of the sort. And so we could look for buying opportunities there. I didn't see anything yet. No setup happening so far. So we can keep this one flag, but there's not too much to talk about for now. GPCHF coming, well, not yet to this level. We were more looking to short on this pair earlier. Now we have to wait for the pair to come to this 1.30 level. Okay, so extend this bar right here. I'll unflag it because it's not really important, but once we get to this zone, and by the way, that's why I do kind of daily reviews every morning. I go back on the charts, see where the pairs are at, and if I need to flag anything, look at anything specific. Really important to do this daily, like I'm doing now. Okay, just to have a quick look and see if we need to flag something and be more careful. But for now, no need to look at it daily. GBP, JPY, not doing much so far. We were talking about this zone here at 155, but we've just been back and forth, not doing much. We're waiting for something different than the 148 zone because this is not doing too much. And the other zone would be here at 138, so a good way to go. GBP is at this level here, and it's been just consolidating like badly in the past few weeks. So see how tight this range right here is. Again, this is pretty volatile, but it doesn't give much room to profit unless you're gonna trade on very low time frame. So I didn't see any setup on this so far. I would doubt this is something for now because we're at this lower band here. We want to see the price coming close to the higher band to look for selling opportunities, but it's not gonna happen so far. Okay. And the 1 hour chart is also the lower band, so you have to keep an eye open on this for now, I think, but not close to take a trade for sure. I'll keep it flagged just to look at it. GBP we were looking last week at this zone here, 1.38, which we thought would be a good buying opportunities, but we just went straight through without any trade, without any opportunities to buy. And so let's see if that happened at some point. No, we didn't have any setup on this pair. So now that we've gone through the zone, important to change things a little bit and understand that now price is more likely to go to the other zone below, which is this 1.31 level, 1.30 level, and we have to wait for this. I'll unflag the pair because it's not really conducive to trade it, and we'll just wait for it to come closer to the level. NZD CAD doing same random things between two zones, nothing much to talk about. S&P, random stuff. USD CAD, again at this zone here, went back down, coming back up. Good opportunities to look for a selling trade here, possibly. And we didn't have any setup so far. This is kind of nicely forming, but this is close already, so not very interesting. Let's see the 1 hour chart. It's at the upper band. So we'll have to look at this one, but based on the consolidation it's been doing for the past weeks, I kind of doubt price can reverse strongly. It might just come back up and do something random. But usually we want to see kind of a faster move. I'll keep it flagged anyway to look at it, but I don't think it's going to be very interesting. Last pair, USD SGD. We talked about a trade on this last week. I won't go through all of it, but we're at this zone here, 1.34, and we took a trade. The trade's still open. It went in a loss, back to a profit now, and a little bit of a push back up. But we're waiting on this, and that's going to be the setup that already happened. So nothing to talk about too much. And usually I don't take a trade again. If I'm already in a trade, I just keep the same trade. But we'll see how that turns out. I hope that's a good and useful review. Comment below as always, and let's get back to my lunch. I'm quite pissed off, but you guys will see why. Let's get back there. Well, that looks honestly not too bad. I'm not exactly sure about the salad. It's like this, but we'll try to have a taste, see if it's good. This is a kind of steak, but it doesn't feel like steak, so. It's pretty good, tastes like mushroom, it's not bad. This one's more expensive than I thought, either this or I'm getting scammed, but I'm not sure. We'll have to verify. What is these two things? This is salad, the salad?
No, salad is this, and this is rice.
Oh, okay. So it's not
This is beef. This is a beer.
Okay, alright. Okay, so I hate to admit this, but I got scammed on this one. Time to head out. This ended up costing 76 lei. Quite expensive, but the waiter told me everything was included in the price. Nothing was included, and the bill was like double the price. Tried to negotiate a little bit, but yeah, they don't want to get anything. So, alright guys, and we're the next day. I thought this movie didn't really end super well, and in fact I'm kind of pissed off, honestly. Yesterday was like the toughest day. I've been to 2 different restaurants. 2 times they wouldn't give me the right price for the menu. So the first time the guy said everything was included in the price, and he ended up bringing me a bill with like all these different price on the side that I had to pay for. The rice, the salad, which were, he said all included before. Which is kind of weird. I should record more before what they say. But anyway, and then the second time I get to this restaurant, I order like a coffee, and the coffee ends up costing like 50% more. It's like total of like something like $5 or $6. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still the fact that the price is something different, and the guy don't want to admit. They start to get aggressive. They complain. The waiter here started screaming at you and stuff that you have to pay the same amount, and they don't want to listen to anything, and they're always right apparently, which is like really frustrating. I cannot believe. Anyway, I thought I would find a funny or like interesting way to end this video, but I cannot find anything. Hope you guys like it. I'm heading to Poland today, which is going to be interesting. I just was finishing to edit the video, but thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Give a like if you enjoyed the video today. If you've been experiencing that before in Romania or whatever, comment below. I do want to know for sure. And if you have any question about the review I've done, comment below. We'll make sure to answer your question as always. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow back in, well, here as well as Poland. Ciao.